Welcome to Awcroft's YouTube channel, your world for information. Hi all. The topic for the day is Make in India versus Atmanirbhar Bharat. Thanks to all those who have supported me by subscribing to my channel and watching my videos. For those who haven't, my kind request is please see my videos, check out my videos, and if you like it, subscribe and share it with all your friends. So let's get into the topic. Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat. What kind? One is a globalization thought, and another is a localization thought. How can they be same? They are definitely not the same. They are opposite to each other. My kind request is to watch the video completely to understand my perspective of both these. 2020 was a year where we all wanted to welcome recession. It's a known fact. It's all the economic pundits have predicted a global recession in 2020. Time just the recession started taking the flight, also came along with recession the global pandemic, COVID-19, Corona SARS-2 virus. Make in India was a globalization concept where we make goods in India, manufacture goods in India, and sell them to rest of the world. India was once an agricultural country, agricultural economy, where most of the businesses were either agriculture dependent or they are allied with the food industry. 50s and 60s, we were talking about the white revolution, blue revolution, and green revolution because that time it was about 70% of the population who were engaged in agriculture or the allied fields. Then in the 1990s, when India opened up her economy to the world, uh, some countries like China, they have already opened up to the world in the 50s. They had an open economy. India opened up late in the 90s. There came three things called liberalization, privatization, and globalization. While some countries like China have already captured the world market by their manufacturing setup, the state of art infrastructure and the facilities were not available, sadly, in country like India, and therefore the naming culture changed. First it was Clean India, then it was Make in India. While it was Make in India, we were all going around the world trying to capture the entire world market, trying to get business from all over the world, and Indian companies have to flourish, or the foreign companies coming and investing in Indian economy so that there will be some kind of jobs, employment opportunities for people, even though they are sending it back to their own country. There are a lot of soaps that were given and tax-free uh, ambience was created here with, and we know the kind of environmental impacts that we care about. Very difficult. So still the names always come out. India naming has been very easy. You can name anything and you can get away with it. Nobody bothers about the execution here. Not much were happening in terms of Make in India. The execution was not that great, and things were not moving in the direction it should have. Suddenly, the effect of the globalization and the vulnerability seems to be a double-edged sword. Most of the investments have to come from foreign countries, non-residential Indians, and other sources, mostly from the Western world. And India was more dependent on the service sector, not an agricultural society anymore. It was more of service sector, not a manufacturing hub like China, but a service sector where a lot of IT related developments were growing. But for the IT related jobs to evolve, manufacturing setup has to flourish all around the world, which is not the case in the Western world as of today. Most of them have taken a setback because of the pandemic, not only because of the pandemic, even in the first quarter of the calendar year, they have been setbacks to most of the nations, and this global recession was an expected one. The pandemic just fueled it. That's it. On the other hand, this globalization is likely to speed up the downgrading of vulnerability. How it can downgrade the vulnerability? It can help to upgrade the localization. That's why Make in India changed to vocal for local. Make in India, the foundation was the exports, the incentives, and the cheap labor available in the country. It's an undeniable fact that the land, India, is a land of cheap labors. The government decided to incentivize for value additions and restricted the imports as well to promote the employment opportunities by setting up manufacturing industries in the country. Now exports have become a dream, and now the focus is on local things, especially the bulk drugs, the electronics, defense, where we spend more money to for procurement of products and services. It was a sudden realization that India can't control anymore what world will buy, and therefore it was decided that we should focus on our strength instead of playing in areas where the global competition is intense and our level of quality or our stability may not, and also the investments did not turn out to be successful. The execution, the naming were fantastic, but the execution wasn't. Easier said than done. Also, there is a case of this fear virus creating a big market for the bulk drugs and other pharmaceutical products. Therefore, to increase the investors' mood, Environmental Impact Act 2020 came into draft came into force. I cannot say it came into force, but it was introduced. Your thoughts on diminishing China's credibility, and do you think this is going to add any value to the image of India as a nation? Please record your comments. I would definitely want to know what you think. I've heard over the years that lot of economists saying that India's strength it is its large consumer market. This is not just the case now. Even in the 1600s, when the British East India Company was there, India was a large consumer market. Though it was called a poor country, the British came here, the East India Company came here to do business. But the sore fact is that one third of Indian consumer market is lost because of the conditions that people are left to suffer in during the pandemic. The job loss, the reduction in salary, no business for small businesses, this all resulted in consumers cutting down their expenses, which means at least they say, I don't know, they say that at least one third of Indian consumers market has fallen down. That is the case, then what would happen to our vocal for local? There are some strange fanatic voices which say that why everybody is becoming economists these days. Yes, they will become because they are suffering. In a democracy, people will have all the right to express their feelings, whether you like it or not. Can you say that you will have to be vocal for local when most of your raw materials are being imports? That is my question. What do you think? Please record your thoughts in the comment section. Again, I'm not an economist, but what is the impact of the demonetization in 2016 or the introduction of GST after that? What kind of impact that is making now in the downtrend? Say if we have a solid plan for vocal for local, what is the plan we have for labor intensive sectors like food industry or leather industry or construction industry? These things, this is where a lot of people get employed. What kind of trust is going to be on these areas, especially the construction, textiles, and the food and allied industries? Still going to import the know-how for pizzas and say vocal for local, or are we going to change our lifestyle itself because of the newly termed Atmanirbhar Bharat? We need to understand the fact that it is neither easy to open up an economy nor to close down an economy and say that we will be self sufficient in the next, say, X years, 5 years, or 10 years. It's very difficult because most of your manufacturing inputs, the raw materials, are coming from countries like China, whether you like it or not, the price and other things. It's always easier said than done. You can change names very easily. Make in India can easily become vocal for local. But how are we going to manage this change? The change management is definitely a challenge. It will be a challenge that will continue to require a lot of discipline as well as a lot of lifestyle change in the people, which I doubt. I really don't know. Only the labor intensity intense industries are encouraged and people get money at the lower strata, only they will be spending most of their money. And hence, if the consumerism has to improve, it has to improve in the basic areas, and in the basic areas where requires a lot of lifestyle change, a lot of self-discipline, and lot of understanding of the economy at every level, and the change in the consumerism and the need for manufacturing things that are essential, only essential. We are used to luxury, and I don't know, all those luxury has to be cut off at some level, but there are people who can still afford that, whose value has grown, or even sometimes some people's value have doubled during the pandemic also. Those people, they may not bother and they may still continue to spend their money, but it will be a very little money. Most of the consumers will spend only on essentials moving forward. So understanding this, we need to encourage this kind of industries and make it happen. Otherwise, it will be yet another name change, yet another phrase, uh, which doesn't work for the welfare of the nation. I hope you enjoyed the video on Make in India versus Vocal for Local. Hope to see you with a similar video in the future. Thanks for listening. Good day and bye bye. Let's be strong and let's be local.